officers up here right now, because what we really see are kind of bookends in our department. What I mean by that is Sergeant McGrew is one of our most senior and tenured police officers in our department with approximately 30 years of service, 31. And Bryce Ford, Officer Ford, is just starting our career. And what's very interesting is when Mike McGrew had about as much time as Bryce Ford had on, Mike McGrew received the Guerry Award for Valor at that young time in his career. And he's gone on to receive other awards for the Guerry Award for superior performance. So this is your third time? So outstanding work. And Bryce, you have some big shoes to fill. Already pretty big, so carry on. Maybe begin. On July 13th, 2015, officers were dispatched to a domestic disturbance in progress. The call originated from the CHP and was disconnected. Dispatchers called the victim back and a female was heard screaming. The phone was located using a cell tower triangulation, and officers eventually found a female victim of the domestic disturbance who fled from an RV the suspect was driving. It's a recreational vehicle. Officers quickly located the suspect who was driving the RV. After an initial refusal to stop, the suspect pulled over in the 2500 block of Anacapa Street. The suspect refused to exit the vehicle and began to barricade himself inside, rolling up the windows and locking the doors. He retrieved the knife and cut his own throat. As the officers tried to negotiate with the suspect and call for paramedics, the suspect became more hostile and started the engine of the RV. Sergeant Mike McGrew, recognizing the potential danger of a felony suspect who was suicidal, fleeing on a public street in a large recreational vehicle, directed officers to use patrol vehicles to block the suspect's RV. As the suspect tried to engage the vehicle into gear, officers breached the window and Officer Ford deployed his taser, which temporarily incapacitated the suspect. The suspect was able to overcome the taser and put the vehicle into gear. Officer Ford unlocked and opened the driver's side door, and Sergeant Mike McGrew reached in the vehicle and grabbed the suspect's right arm. The suspect fought back and was able to put the vehicle into gear and began driving back and forth, ramming the patrol vehicles until he was able to pull out from between them. As this happened, the suspect drove forward and ran over Sergeant Mike McGrew's right foot. Sergeant McGrew tried to pull the suspect out of the vehicle until he lost his grip due to the momentum of the vehicle. As the suspect drove forward, slamming into other barriers in an attempt to escape, Officer Ford ran to the driver's side door of the moving RV. He reached in and grabbed the suspect and attempted to pull him out to stop him from fleeing onto public streets. Officer Ford was also dragged by the vehicle until he was thrown off when the RV collided with a wall. The suspect fled the scene and caused 9 additional traffic collisions, one involving a school bus, before his vehicle suffered a mechanical failure. Sergeant Mike McGrew, who was following the vehicle from a distance, was the first to arrive on scene when the suspect's vehicle stalled in the roadway. With a total disregard for his own safety and unbeknownst to him, a broken foot, Sergeant Mike McGrew, without hesitation, approached the suspect's vehicle to ensure his capture. As a result, the suspect was taken into custody without further danger to the public. Both Sergeant McGrew and Officer Ford selflessly put their lives in jeopardy in an attempt to protect the public from danger. Their actions displayed the highest level of courage and valor that can be expected of a public safety officer. And it is my honor to award them the H. Thomas Guerry Award for